What's up, guys? Michael here with Valencia Fan TV, bringing you the latest video on the club we all love, Valencia. Be sure to subscribe for the latest news, match recaps, as well as any transfers that may finish off this season. What a summer it's been, guys. We've had an up and down start from a on-field perspective. We've had a couple of signings, but nothing to really scream home about. But we do have a new signing in Salim Amala to talk about. I'm hoping I got his name correct, but needless to say, I'll definitely learn his name over the next few months. And he's a striker out of the Belgian league. He's actually played at Standard Liège, which, if you're not familiar is actually one of the top clubs in the history of Belgium. He has a little bit of La Liga experience with Real Valladolid, where he did score 2 goals in 8 appearances. But Amala is a big man. He's about 6'2", 6'3". He plays directly as a target man, from my knowledge. I haven't seen much of him, to be honest with you, out in the Belgian league. I don't really watch too much Belgian football, but he does get the ball in the net. He scored 24 goals over 80 games with Standard Liège, and more recently, if you look at his career over the last 1 to 2 seasons, he's kind of been putting the ball in the net at a .5 ratio per game, which is very solid for a mid-level striker. It's obviously not Lewandowski or Haaland, but it's a very serviceable. He's a very serviceable striker. That's a pretty solid number for a player in his position. He's got capped for Morocco 30 teams. We know Morocco's a pretty solid outfit. We saw their incredible run to the World Cup semifinals, and he was a part of that. He was a part of that team, so that shows he has some good character with him, and he can be part of a winning organization. Now, in his place or his replacement, rather, he's actually taking the spot of Marcos Andre. Marcos Andre, of course, was the Brazilian signed actually from Valladolid. So Valladolid is kind of giving us a former player in Amala, and they're taking our player in Marcos Andre. And he never hit the ground running for us. He never was that. He never was that goal scorer that we had hoped he could be. It was a small gamble for Valencia to bring him in, and ultimately we didn't lose much by letting him go. And I think it's best for him and best for Valencia to move on from him. But I'm excited to see what Amala can bring. There are some rumors that we may have some other players coming before the deadline. I have seen Paco Alcacer. That would be an incredible signing. I've heard rumors that he's willing to cut his wages by up to 75% to leave Qatar and come back to Europe and to Valencia, where he has a history. Now, I would be remiss if I didn't bring up the Osasuna game, our first defeat of the year, and it was really a sad game from a Valencia perspective. We'll call it that. Valencia dominated the match. I was unable to watch it because I was celebrating my birthday. I actually had a couple breweries. My wife planned an amazing day for us, and who am I to turn down a date with my wife to watch Valencia play? But yeah, dominating game from us. We had 16 shots on target. We had 16 shots compared to the 7 from Osasuna. We had 4 shots on goal compared to their 2. We had 65% possession compared to their 35%. And on paper, we were the better team that day. Javi Guerra finally got the start. I've been calling out for Javi Guerra to start all season. According to my website, it says that he was a striker. I'm pretty sure that's inaccurate. And I'm sure Diego Lopez was probably the striker rather than him. I think where it all went wrong for Valencia was that penalty that Osasuna got in the 24th minute. That allowed them the goal, then they were able to just sit back all day. But Valencia actually fought back. They got a goal from Hugo Duro, who finally got off his horrible streak of not scoring. He put the ball in the back of the net off a header in the 80th minute. At that point, I was kind of watching minute by minute on my phone. I was telling my wife, I was like, yo, we just scored a goal. We have 10 minutes left to get the winner, plus some stoppage time. But of course, we all know how it turns out. Osasuna absolutely stole a point from us, and they got the winner in the 95th minute, which was really devastating because Valencia played so well, and it really would have been beneficial for us on a season-wide standpoint just to get that 1 point at minimum, and of course, obviously even better if we got the 3. And this was a tough game on paper because Osasuna is a good club. All right, right now they have 6 points for the season, obviously tied with us with 6. But last year they were a 7th place team, I believe. They were They finished in a European spot. Osasuna is a good club, and Valencia looked very, very promising this matchup. I think this gives us a lot to be excited for. I think that moving forward, if we can continue to play like this at home, we can beat pretty much any team out there at home, maybe barring Barcelona, Real Madrid, and Atletico Madrid. But for you who actually watched the game, let me know what you guys thought, and let me know what you guys think about Amala. You think he's going to do any good this year? You think we'll bring back Paco Alcacer? Let me know what you guys think. As always, I'm with Valencia. Take care.